We're looking at 664 Capitol Avenue Southwest. This is a building that was formerly potentially for sale. It looks like it is no longer, but we've already done the rendition on it. So we're going to share this just as an example of what a medium-sized bookshop will look like. This is about 3,000 square feet, give or take, depending on how much space is allocated towards the second thing. So this building was originally three separate shops, so it's structured in such a way it could be moved back into three. I believe currently the setup is two and a singular on the side, and that's what we've done. Again, these photos are a little bit old from Google, but you see this used to be Lakeview Hardware. This is currently Plumeria, and it looks beautiful and amazing. We've got the laundromat down here and some other small shops. Across the street, we have Perfect Storm Comics and some hair salon supplies, and of course, some fast food and a couple of bars. This is Capital Southwest. This is Old Capital. So in Old Lakeview, sorry, this is Old Lakeview. In Old Lakeview, they've got this really cool like parking style here, where you've got like our main road with the turn lane, but then you've also got like front parking here. And this is really beneficial to a lot of these businesses because it's just in and out, quick, easy parking. You're not worried about parking lots. The city is able to clear these. The other potential here is with a permit from the city, we could close some of this parking on like particular days of the month and host pop-ups. So we bring in a bunch of vendors and make it kind of a street party kind of atmosphere. And this little area in front of the businesses could become like a type of little venue for things, maybe like once a month or something like that. Sort of like maybe Breaking Bread does in downtown Battle Creek. Just pulling folks into Old Lakeview. This is a highly walkable neighborhood. This is a great location for a bookstore in that it has lots of folks who have the time and resources to read, but it also is a bit of a book desert without any other type of bookish endeavors going on here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rendition. So here we have, come on, load. Here we have our rendition. We've divided it into the two shops on the one side and then a singular separate shop, which we have set up as a food business or cafe. Let's walk into the bookstore. So when you first walk into the bookstore, our gallery style book selling, we've got lots of tables and things set up so folks can find books. In a smaller bookshop like this, you're going to be able to see side to side really easily. And so there's not a lot to really be hidden here. We've got our counter right behind the doors here, and we've got ample space behind the counter to work, get things received and moved around, and get them out to be shelved. We have a roll-up door here featured that connects to the adjoining business. This is currently available within the structure, so there's not a lot of work that needs to be done, except we would want to be able to secure this. This would allow us to lease this particular space to a separate business, so a food business that maybe was looking to expand into Lakeview, or somebody who's looking to open something new would be able to open a small food business here, and we would be able to pop this door open and people could walk in between during the day, which is beneficial to both businesses, particularly if we have something that's like a cafe or a bar or winery like atmosphere, as folks can get a drink and then wander to the bookstore or buy some books and come over here and sit down and read while they enjoy their food. We've included a small stage in this. This would be good for like some small like readings or poetry readings or other things. Not a ton of space for big crowds, but it does offer some space so we can have some activity going on. Um, and this cafe also has a decent sized little kitchen here and access to the back, which we'll talk about in a minute. Back to the bookstore. So from our front counter, you see we've got our shelving set up so that it just smacks you in the face when you walk in the door and you can see boom, boom, boom what's going on. We love face outs. We love showing off books, but we've also kind of tucked this entire corner with bookshelves to kind of make sure that we can shelve enough books to get in here. 2,000 square feet is usually the minimum that we need in order to have a sustainable bookstore business. This is 3,000 square feet. It gives us a little bit of breathing room so we can try some unique and fun and interesting things. So besides just shelves of books, we've also got our children's department here with a small stage. We can do like story times or other activities, and then just some small gallery style tables and things, and then our regular shelving. We've also included a thing that I love to do, which is just a little like features that kids get. So like a little walkthrough here, so kids can get in and out of the space. Boom, 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 back and forth. Super fun. It's just one of those cute things that doesn't take up much space and makes it just a little bit more unique and a little bit more fun for kids. We've also got our receiving room back here. Give us a bit of space to sort, and then an office where we can file our paperwork, do all of our junk, lock stuff up, and a bathroom. So both the cafe and or the restaurant and the bookstore have small bathrooms. These bathrooms are just ADA compliant and not much more. They're just meant in a small shop like this. You really just need one or two to make sure that folks can pee when they need to pee. So that's the interior. One of the beautiful things about this location that we were really hyped about is it's got this cool little like backyard area, and we envision this with like a couple of cargo containers, maybe an awning with chairs. This extends the space for at least a couple of the seasons here in Michigan, giving us the opportunity to lease these to small shops or folks who would like to try their hand at some small retail, and or we can license these out and we can do parties and things. So we could potentially book this entire back space for a party or get together, and folks would be able to host like some little bit of food, or they can get stuff from the restaurant cafe here, and or we can set up small retail. The other beautiful thing about this is that this gate right here leads to Plumeria's backspace. Plumeria is in the midst of removing an old building that was behind their current building and turning that into event space as well. So we would have the opportunity to connect with them and flex the spaces back and forth. Imagine you need to book a small wedding. You can do one piece on one side, one piece through the gate on the other side. So you've got a wedding over here and a reception over here, and we both businesses could potentially benefit greatly from, well, all three businesses if we lease this out to someone too, from just having someone else available to flex that space in and out, to have ideas, to come up with cool stuff. So if we need to do a major book launch or something like that, we could host this in the back. You come through the business, get into the backspace and do the thing, go through the gate, you can check out Plumeria. This is just synergy that these businesses could all benefit from. So that is just a small space. There's not a lot of other exciting like features to show off. It just houses a lot of books. So this would be an adequate number of books to sustain this level of book selling. This would give us a staff of 6 or 7 to maintain this, plus whatever the cafe or restaurant business would need. If that is not licensed out, we'll just run it ourselves. But we would have the opportunity to flex those spaces back and forth, and everybody could use their spaces together. Thanks.